Okay, so 2, 4, 21. So this is going to be like level two inequalities. Um, it's not terribly difficult. So what I taught you yesterday was like x is greater than or equal to, like, let's say 12, right? And yesterday I showed you the shortcut where you put 12, 11, 10, 13, 14, right? And then I taught you yesterday the shortcut of math is like, this is a closed circle because of the extra little line. So we put a closed circle on this number, 12, right? Closed circle. And then this arrow, this inequality, I should say, inequality is like an arrow and it points in the direction that you graph, right? So we learned this yesterday. So this is just like an arrow, it points to it. Now, what I'm going to work on you right now with you is when it's x is not there. So let's say I have 7 is greater than x. So you start off the same way. Now here the x is not in the beginning. You start off the same way with your number line 7, 6, 5, 8, and 9. You look at your inequality. It doesn't have the extra little line on it. So that means you're going to have an open circle because it doesn't have that extra little line there. Okay. Now, if we treated this like an arrow, you would think we would be shading to the right, right? Because it's pointing to the right. But because x is not on the front, you would actually shade the opposite way. Because if I were to use like substitution and I go, okay, 7 is greater than 6, or is 7 greater than 8? So are my answers 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or are my answers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on and so forth? So which of these two problems that I wrote out, A or B, is it true? Which one is the alligator eating the bigger number? On A or B?
A.
On A, right? So here you see the alligator is eating the bigger number. 7 is greater than 6. This is a true statement. 7 greater than 8, well, that's a false statement, right? That's actually not true, which means 6 and all the numbers on that side are my correct answers. I would shade in this direction. Notice that I'm shading in the opposite direction of where this is pointing. The reason is because x is not in the front. If x was in the front, then would we be good? Then would be okay. We would be good. A-okay. Do you guys see that? So, I mean, 99% of the time, your problems are going to look like this. You can use a shortcut. It's when they make them harder, you end up with this, and you're like, oh, what do I do? Well, there's two things you can do. Shade the opposite way. Think about the math. Or you have the ability and the right to rewrite this. If you want to rewrite this to have x on the front, you can. You can rewrite it to x is less than 7. So these two are exactly the same. They have the same, it's the same math. I just, hey, I put the x in the front. And if you put the x in the front, remember to flip the inequality. So look, the inequality doesn't stay the same. So everything kind of rearranges. So you could just do that. Some kids do that. They're just like, whenever it's written like this, they'll just go, you know what? I just want to rewrite it. I'm like, cool, just switch everything. Some kids understand like, well, I'll just, shade the opposite way. When it's opposite, I'll just shade the opposite. So it's all 100% up to you how you want to think about it. You can still use a shortcut. You just have to flip it mentally or on paper, whatever. All right, let's try this one. Negative 26 is greater than or equal to x. And the number one thing kids make a mistake on is which numbers go on the left side, which number goes on the right side. So double check that your number lines, you have negative 27 here, negative 28, negative 25, and negative 24 on this side. Are we going to have an open or closed circle?
Close.
Close. Thank you. Sorry. Where is the chat? I've lost the chat. Oh, close. Thank you. Someone did put close. Okay. Close. And then which way do you shade? Which numbers, negative 26 is greater than or equal to x? So which way should I shade, left or right?
Left.
Yeah, it's left. It's left. Negative 26 is greater than or equal to x. Because x is here, we shade the opposite way, or you could have rewritten it. You could have rewritten it as x is less than or equal to negative 26. You see how I flip everything around? And now this is beautifully pointing in the direction that I need to shade. However you guys want to think about it, you guys are, capable of figuring out, okay, you guys all love the shortcut yesterday. I mean, it's one of my favorite shortcuts. And you can still apply it to this one, just rewrite it or do the opposite. It's pretty cool. Any questions? Questions? Preguntas? Comments? No? Okay, so here's what you are going to do right now. So instead of putting you guys in breakout rooms, let's see. Go to your modules. I have like 5,000 windows open, so I know my internet's dragging. Okay, let me make this active. Oh my god, I'm gonna traumatize myself. Okay. Oh, maybe because I